let's start with the positives. Grealish got some minutes. Pickford was good. And we had a left back playing left back. That's it. No more positives there. Oh, that was 90 minutes. I wish I'd been like him. Fast asleep, because that was awful. For a team that was joint favourites by the bookies after the first match, that was really disappointing. I mean, Croatia were that bad that we looked good. And everything I thought that was going to go wrong in the first match and we were going to completely mess it up, pretty much all of that happened in this match against a team I thought we'd smash. I mean, there was no intensity. I don't know what the players need to get motivated to play Scotland in the Euros. I mean, you don't get a derby that much in international football. I think, it was just bad. There was nothing. We had no pressing. We had that in the first game. We had none of that in this game. We allowed Scotland to have the ball. We allowed them to play. Why? Phillips and Rice, I wasn't happy about them as a pairing in the middle. They're the same type of player. Phillips a little bit more on the passing side than Rice, but they are the same type of player. And in the first match, Phillips ran the show. He was up there with the press. He was playing forward balls. And this match, where was he? He wasn't getting the ball off the defence, and he wasn't in space at any point in time. He never got the ball turned and went forward. Barely saw any balls going into the front players at all. And everything was just too safe. We were playing every ball sideways and backwards, sideways and backwards. I saw nothing from James. He played wing back for Chelsea for the whole season. His crossing is fantastic. I don't remember a cross from him. And Shaw down the left. I mean, I agree with having Shaw there instead of Trippier. He's a left back. He had a fantastic season. And if you're going to put him in the team, then why not put Rashford in as well? They had great chemistry all season. They know each other. They know when one's going to go where. It just baffles me. Why wouldn't you do that? If you wanted to play Shaw, play Rashford as well. It would be much better than what we had tonight. I mean, Shaw really didn't do anything either going forward. I mean, near the end, yes, he overlapped a couple of times, but other than that, he just wasn't involved. What's the point? He got the ball, he passed it back to Mings, and then Mings would pass it to Stones, and then Stones would pass it to Rice, who would then pass it back to Stones. And it was like that for 90 minutes. There was just nothing going on. I mean, I feel bad for Kane. He has no service in 2 matches. I mean, what do they expect him to do? Every time he comes deep to get the ball, because he isn't getting the ball up the top, all he can do is pass it back to a defender. No one's making any runs when he comes deep. So, what's the point of that? It must be extremely frustrating for him. And as for our attacking players, I don't get the hype on Mount. Where the hell was he? He's just non-existent. I know he was taking corners, and they were awful. We had one decent corner. John Stones goes up. He jumped a bit early, I felt. He heads the ball. He hits the post. It's extremely unlucky. Okay, it could have been a goal, and the whole game could have been different. We could have got confidence, started moving, pressing, all that jazz. But we didn't. It didn't go in. After that, every corner. Why was it low and to the near post? We saw what worked. So why not do it again and again and again? I don't know. I really don't know. Sterling, same old, same old. Didn't do anywhere near enough runs in behind today. But when he gets on the ball, it's just, can I beat the man? And then he doesn't. Or can I beat the man? And if he does, he then makes the wrong decision with crossing or passing the ball. It's all the time. It has been for years. Decision making is his problem. He's got all the technique in the world. He's got pace. He just cannot make the right decision. It drives me up the wall. And Foden. Foden, I thought, played well. He actually, he moved the ball well. He moved it quick. He could beat a man. If anything was going to happen, it was going to go through Foden. And then Southgate decides to sub him off for Grealish. Why? I mean, seriously, he was the player in our team, and Southgate takes him off for Grealish. Now, I wanted Grealish to start. I think half the nation wanted Grealish to start. But not for Foden. We want them on the pitch at the same time. We wanted to go win the game. And we didn't change the system. And the system was what was failing us. Not Phil Foden. It's just, I don't get it. I don't understand that substitution at all. And then taking Kane off as well. Yes, he hasn't had a good game. He's had no service. He can't get into the game unless you give him service, which means crosses into the box, or it means 1-2, something decent. It just, taking a guy who scores penalties for fun off, and then Sterling, that was a dive in my opinion, trying to get a penalty. What the hell's that all about? Your penalty taker's off then. Don't do that. If you want to go win the game, you have Kane on the field. Put another striker on, put another attacker on, anything. But you keep Kane on the field. He's a proven goal scorer at this level. It completely baffles me. And not only that, he only used 2 subs. You can have 5. Change the game, Southgate. We could all see in the first half it was crap. Do something about it. I mean, isn't that what a manager's supposed to do? To, get the best out of these players? Speaking of the players, the ones on the bench. Sancho. What is it? 20 goals, 16 assists this season. Can't get in this team? He can beat a man, he can cross a ball, he makes things happen, and we were so lacking in creativity today, it was ridiculous. It just felt we were playing not to lose, instead of doing what we did in the World Cup, which was play to win. We had a great World Cup. I thought we were unfortunate in the semi-final, but we did have a great World Cup. We were attacking, we looked good, we had pace. Hell, tonight we missed Jesse Lingard, and that, just running, driving through the centre of midfield into the attack, linking up. Where was that today from Phillips? It just wasn't there. What a shambles. It's definitely not coming home if we keep this up. The next game needs to show me something, because so far, the Czech Republic actually looked alright today against Croatia. It wasn't Scotland being completely bad. They weren't good in the first game. But, Croatia were terrible, and the Czech Republic looked quite good. So, it's not foregone conclusion that we're going to beat them after seeing this. It really isn't. And I think we really have to come out and show that we mean business in the final game. Unless, of course, this is all just, Southgate masterclass, finish second, don't face Germany in the next round. Let's hope, eh? But, those are my thoughts. I'm very disappointed. That was utter rubbish. Wish I'd been asleep. And, if we play like that again, what's the point? Anyway. One grumpy fan to another. Good night.